Hey guys, welcome back to the Maf Garage. It's been a few weeks since I've spoken to you guys, but I thought I'd touch base with you all and give you all a quick garage update of what's been happening. So if you've been watching the past couple of little episodes where I've done the gender reveal and I've done the little delivery, you'll see a whole heap of things have changed. So let me get into it and I'll show you guys what's been going on. Alright, so first off, we have no box here. It is gone. And we have got a whole heap of other things in its place. So, first off, the old man's been busy. And he's built himself this little Triton workbench. And as you can see, it's powered and looks pretty decent. You know, it's just a quick knock up. And as I show you guys out here, he's not finished because he's out there working on his desk right now. So, hey, so he's finishing that project. Which means that I've sort of been stuck in here, not being able to work on the tools too much. So I've had my own things that I've had to deal with, from the pregnancy and obviously with the human defect situation, and thank God for all the people in my state in Queensland doing so well. We're able to go out and do things again. I mean, I feel bad for Scotty down there in Victoria with the rest of the dirty Mexicans that aren't doing what they're supposed to. And I'll tell you guys right now, if you don't do what you're supposed to, and they're stuck down in lockdown, there's no Trollvo versus Crostita. There's no race, there's no Rocky Nats, there's no nothing. You know, I'll turn up at Rocky Nats, but I don't know if they can. So, guys, please, wash your hands, you know, social distance, do all that stuff, do all the good things, and get rid of this COVID crap. But anyway, so because of that, and I've got all these other things running around, I've got all these other projects that I'm doing. So first off, we go into the old man's room. And right at the moment, I have pretty much torn his whole computer room apart. So, what we've got here is his old motherboard. What we've got here is his new motherboard. And what we've got in here is another motherboard for a customer that I'm doing a computer for. Major problem with these is the CPU chips that are on them are actually dead. So that one is dead on arrival from the computer shop. That sucked. And that particular one I blew up. So that sucked too. So I'm waiting for computer parts to arrive so then I can build this one and that one, get them all up and running, and that way my dad can start gaming and I'll have my own editing studio. To be truthful, guys, editing on the laptop is annoying. It takes time to upload, to edit, to do all that stuff. So I need to build myself a proper PC to do this stuff. But that's sort of the side projects that I'm doing here. Here's the main bits with Crostita. So as you come up here, yes, the manifold is still on it. But as you can see here, there's a whole heap of blue masking tape, painter's tape, whatever you want to call it, all over all the wiring. And it's because I'm trying to identify every single thing here, so then I can take this loom off properly when I install the Wolf ECU that's over there and get things going and try and make things look a lot tidier when it comes to it. So, I mean, I've even labeled things here like the cruise control, you know, all the vacuum lines here, battery terminals for the alternator, all the coils, even down there, power wires for alternators and stuff. vacuum lines, you name it. Everything is being labelled and separated so that I'm not stuffing up on this. Is you all done, old man? Is you all done?
Yeah, I only got a lacquer in now.
Oh, nice. See what I mean, guys? We keep moving along here. He's just finishing off his drawer here for this. He's just going to lacquer these up and be done. But as I said, the box isn't in here, as you guys can see. Where's the box? So let's go outside. And straight out to the bright sun. Look at it. As you can see now, the box is on the Hilux. So we've pretty much finished this. I mean, this has been Dad's pet project for years. But now we've got most of the stuff on there. Fully vented. Got little power sockets here. Pop this off. See? King's awnings. Oops, I almost dropped the phone. King's awnings on the side and on the back here. Fully lockable on all sides. All dead bolted. Or deadlocked, I should say. And the best bit about this is it just sits on the tray. So whenever we want to do something, we can literally unbolt this, take it off, put it back in the garage, put the tray front, like the tray back on it, and turn this back into the ute it normally is. And move this stuff around, and yeah. I'm so proud of him, you know, like the amount of struggle he's had to go through to get this done with all the planning and all the things he's thought up of. And I'm just like, yeah, this is a great idea, but can we adjust it? It's been great. I mean, up here, this is a nice little final touch he put up here. You can see, it's pretty solid. But we've got these so we can put these jerry cans so I can drive around. And then also all these little personal touches he's done to the car. I think it's locked at the moment. Yep, he's locked it. I'll have to get the key. I'll show you guys. So we've got it all open up here. As you can see inside here. Hang on. Chuck you guys in here. This is his little sleeping area. His pillows and sheets in here, so he can put clothes and stuff. He's got a little spare area for his spare tyre, and a couple of tarps and stuff like that. I can close that up. And there's stuff on the other side too, like there's a little kitchen and things like that. Got a little reverse camera down here. As you can see it. It actually works quite well. It just comes up onto the rear view mirror. And on the inside here, got a big 1500 watt inverter. And that powers everything that's inside the cabin there. Now, for the rest of the interior, you can see here, we've got some good old R.M. Williams car cover seats. We'll sit in the Hilux. Now, for a standard old Hilux, this is pretty well kitted out. And I'll show you why. This has got hands-free. It's not the most perfect fitment, but, you know, it works for what it's used for. Then also, it's got satellite navigation. Nice double din stereo, and the most important bit here, it's actually got USB, so you can put your iPhone or Android phone anything you want onto it, and pretty much stream what you want out of your phone. And still kept the cigarette lighter, so got a couple little things here. You can see. Wires up into it. Good old cup holders. And the reverse camera comes through onto the windscreen here. So, for such a small space, the old man's kitted it out quite a fair bit. And I'm really impressed with what he's done overall. So, to finish it off, we've got a few things left for it. So, if you've noticed from this car and from the Crostita, there's a little theme with it. We start from one end and we go to the other end. Now, with Crostita, as you all know, I've started at the front end, I'm moving my way back. With the old man, he did the opposite. So he started at the back end, he's built the cabin, he's built his toolboxes, and now he's worked all the way through. He's done the tray, and then he's done the interior, and now we've got to focus on the exterior, which are rusted guards like this, little stuff up here, because at the end of the day, this was a former traffic control vehicle, so this got abused by some high-vis working muppet, you know, building the road, and this thing would not have been treated nice for its life. But we were quite lucky with the pickup that it wasn't completely destroyed. It actually has a good chassis underneath and everything else, but the body itself is starting to wear a little bit, so we need to replace some of these panels. I've already priced them up, so we're going to get new guards, new bonnet, new bumper, new grille, or refurbish the grille, new corner indicators, so new blinkers, and just generally a touch up. And then the final thing for this would be the respray and the wheels. And then this crappy little work ute will have been transformed from being a crappy little work ute to a full camper van that the old man's going to use to drive around Australia and to all the hardest reaches of it. So if you see this in the outback in the future, you'll know where it's come from. Now that's not all. We've got a couple little things left, so I'll show you guys what's going on. Alright, so let's look at the rest of the garage here. Yeah, it's an absolute bomb. But there's a heap of K&N filters there. And the reason I've got that is because all of them actually fit MX-83 Crositas. And I'll be able to pass the savings on to you guys. But that'll be for a future episode and a future little thing I've got for you guys. And just to show you, I've got two for myself, so don't worry about anything else. They're all for you guys. Then also separate to that, there's my little delivery. Now these are my GT 2860 RSs, aka the Disco Potatoes. Now, as I always say, two is better than one, and that's why I've got two of them. I could have got a 3582 or something else, but you know, I'm not a sheep, and I absolutely love the fact that these have come straight out of Mexico. I haven't even unboxed them yet. See, they're just left completely alone. Thanks to the guys at GCG for that. So we've got that. I've got some scrapers, and that's for a little episode that I've got with the Saab here, because that thing pisses me off. I'm sick of looking at it, and we are getting rid of it. Now, as you can see here, I've got the coil pack cover here for the 1J, and I'm getting that prepped to repaint that. Then I've got to bundle all that up and yeet it But before I do that, I will actually use one of those turbos as a demonstration just to see the difference between that and the 2860s that I've got there. But the final piece I've got is to do with this damn Saab. Now this thing pisses me off. It's screaming out, fix me. I agree. Let's get this shit fixed. Because this car annoys me. I've had it for years. I've had it for years too long. And I'm going to give myself a deadline and a goal to get this completed, started, running, registered. And I'm going to do that in between finishing this. Because I want the space. And in the future, we've got things coming up here because some things with the house aren't really going too well. Now, if I step back a few episodes, you guys will have remembered when I did the one take update and I showed you guys what was happening with the roof here. Yeah, it's still like that. Now, in the process of fixing it, I don't know how long that's going to take. But in the meantime, it means that we're going to now have to prepare to probably move to a different house because all that type of stuff is not exactly small stuff to fix. And the worst thing is what I'm going to show you guys right now. So I'm going to walk into the old man's room and I'm going to do this while I'm with you guys looking at me. So, in Dad's room here, I'm going to point this straight up so you guys can see. Yeah, another hole in the roof. And this is for a different reason. Hang on, just close that so the old man can be in peace now. So, the reason why there's another hole in the roof is they were trying to fix my ensuite, like my shower and everything else, and fix the leaking toilet that was up there. And we've discovered a complete level full of termites between the ceiling up here and the floor of the top floor. Which means it's going to be a long-term treatment and it's really going to disturb everything that we're doing right here. And we're sort of bricking ourselves because obviously, as you're seeing, we're building things that are made out of timber. So it's not really the best thing that we've seen, but we're just trying to get our way around it. But it just means for the long term, while the baby's being born, while I'm building the Crostita, while all these other things are going on, I've got to organise now trying to find a new property for myself and the family, which really sucks. So I can only look forward to the future. You know, like I can be really that about this, but all I can do is put a positive spin on it. You know, I've loved this garage for the past 2 years. This garage has been responsible for me being able to start Maf Sport. This garage has been responsible for me even challenging Scotty for me starting this YouTube channel. So I'm always going to remember this place. But in the future, I'm going to have a new place, which hopefully is as big as this, or even bigger. But in the future, you're going to see a different location, a different Maf Garage, sort of like a Maf Garage 2.0. But the same shenanigans are going to happen. I'm going to keep building this car. I'm going to finish off the Saab. I'm going to do all the things for you guys. And that'll happen in the next few episodes. So, with that being said, thank you guys for sticking around. I realise this has all been talky talk, look at me and see what's been going on. But I haven't had much work to do on Crustita because we've had so many things going on around the house. It's how life happens, you know. It throws so many different things at you. The best that we can do in this brand new world is adapt, overcome, and work out what we can do about it, you know, and just move forward. Anyway, guys, you can see I'm just like frustrated and pent up because for me, I feel like I've fallen behind a little bit, but at the same time, I'm trying to make sure that I've got everything around here up above water before it, you know, consumes us all and takes us all down. So please bear with me, guys. I understand that everyone's eager for more Crustita action. I'm eager for more Crustita action too, but I've got to deal with life. So with that being said, this is the Maf Garage. Peace. Great one, Maf.
Yeah, one to tell the kids, that's for sure.
Fucking great one.